What is going on, everybody? It's Alex back with another video, and today I want to talk about the cars that we could be seeing in GTA 6. So to me, this seems pretty obvious, but it's getting more and more abundantly clear that a lot of people don't really understand how cars and video games really work together. For example, with GTA 6, over the past year or so, many leaks have been coming out, and honestly, I've seen quite a few leaks on the cars that we would be seeing in GTA 6, and a lot of speculation that we would actually be getting real cars. If you're not aware, the cars in GTA 5 and all of the other GTA games are definitely paradoxical versions of real cars. Like, you can clearly tell what they're modeled after, but they're not actually licensed real cars. It's basically just Rockstar taking a car, making it their own, kind of changing it up a little bit, but keeping it similar enough to recognize, and then putting it into the game with some kind of funny name. But for whatever reason, a lot of people seem to have it in their mind that with GTA 6, they're now all of a sudden just going to start using real cars instead of these joke cars. So when I started seeing the leaks, the rumors, and the articles about GTA 6 coming with real cars, I really thought that no one really expected it, and they were just trying to write these articles and make these videos just kind of to get the views and everything, to get people hyped about it. And to be fair, when it comes to the articles and stuff, I would imagine at least some of them kind of did do it. I don't think most people that are writing articles about video games and stuff would think something like that would actually happen. But with that being said, about a week or two ago, I made a video talking about my wish list for GTA 6. In that video, I asked everyone, I urged everyone to go in the comments and then kind of give me their list. Well, since then, in the comments on that video, in DMs, people have contacted me and talked about what they wanted, which was really cool. But one thing that just keeps popping up is that they want real cars in GTA 6. You know, when it was one person, I didn't really think too much about it. When it was two people, still didn't think too much about it. But I probably got 10 people telling me that they really wanted real cars in GTA 6 and that they actually thought that it would happen. Which, I mean, to be fair, if you look at it in one direction, you know, looking at it from other video games have real cars. Look at Forza. They have real licensed cars. They're perfect. Look at, you know, all of the car games. 99% of them have real licensed cars, so why would GTA 6 not be able to? Clearly, they have the money, they have the funding, they have the ability to put these cars in the game, so why would they not do it? Well, to be fair, there's actually many reasons why they wouldn't do it. We're kind of gonna break that down and get into that in this video. First of all, GTA is a satire. It's essentially making fun of American culture. It takes real things in the real American world and then kind of, you know, makes fun of it, kind of turns it into a joke, makes it more lighthearted, and then puts it into a game. That is the general concept of what GTA is, and that's exactly what they do with these cars. Once again, they take the real cars that we have in the real world and then kind of make their own version of it, you know, satirize it, and then put it into the game and you can play it. For example, you're watching this clip right now, which is showing the distinctions between the real life cars and the GTA cars. I'll have a link to the video down in the description so you can check it out for yourself, but you can clearly see that there are plenty of cars. In fact, every single car in GTA 5 is directly based on a real life car. I'm not saying that the satire is the only reason they do that, because there's much more important reasons that we'll get into a little bit later in the video, but it definitely plays into the game a lot more. If everything was a joke and nothing was to be taken seriously like GTA 5 is, and then randomly they just had real cars, it would kind of be a little weird. Another thing that's very important is that it's very expensive to license these cars. You essentially have to gain permission and pay them a fee to be able to use their cars in a video game. The fact that GTA 5 and any GTA game has a huge list of cars, it makes it really difficult and really expensive to add these cars into the game. It's not that Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive don't have the money, but honestly, I don't think it would really add to the experience. I don't think it would make them any money back. I think the amount of people that would buy a Grand Theft Auto game simply because it has real cars and wouldn't buy it if it didn't have real cars is a very, very, very small percentage that's really not going to cover the cost of the licensing fees. So financially, it would make so much more sense for them to just make their own cars, put into the game, and not have to worry about licensing it. Not to mention, in my opinion, a lot of the cars that they actually create are slightly better than the ones you have in real life. They're able to kind of take these cars and they don't have to worry about real safety features or anything like that. They can literally just take the car, kind of improve on it, and then put it into the game. On top of all that, they have complete creative freedom on how to modify the cars. Grand Theft Auto 5 has an obnoxious amount of modification details that you can do. You can take a car and completely change it. You have 5 different options for spoilers, you know, so many different different colors, the wheels, everything. You can completely customize your car however you like. It's very rare that two people have the exact same car customized the exact same way in a game like Grand Theft Auto, and honestly, that's something amazing, and it wouldn't really happen like that if they took the real cars. So every reason I've given so far as to why Grand Theft Auto 6 probably won't have real cars has basically summed up to, you know, pretty basic things like, oh, it would cost more money, oh, it wouldn't really be that simple, oh, we have a little bit more creative freedom, but there's really been nothing that I've said so far that is a determining factor of why Grand Theft Auto 6 would not have real cars. But that's because I haven't given you the main reason, the definitive reason why GTA 6 will not have real cars. And that reason is plain and simple. I want you guys to think about it like this. If you guys have been keeping up with YouTube over the past 2 years, you probably remember the adpocalypse that happened not too long ago. Basically, what happened is advertisers found out that YouTube was placing their advertisements on videos that were, you know, apolitical, very just not okay videos, not advertiser friendly at all, and they didn't like that. So all of these advertisers started pulling their ads off of YouTube, thus creating chaos in the YouTube hemisphere. The problem is, if a company signs off on something, whether it's putting cars in a video game, whether it's putting their ads on a platform, they're essentially saying, I approve of this, everything that this game, this platform, anything stands for, I approve of this, I co-sign this. So when YouTube started placing these, say, home insurance ads on this propaganda YouTube video, clearly there are some issues and this company freaked out because it's a bad image to them. That makes it look like this home insurance company is all for whatever they're advertising on this video. It's the exact same scenario when it comes to putting real cars in a game. Grand Theft Auto has always been about being a criminal. Obviously not a good look for Toyota. You can definitely make the argument that it's free promotion, but it's never gonna work out like that. It's always gonna be bad publicity. I mean, think about all the people that just take these cars and just run over people on the side of the road, just murdering everyone. Like, it is a very brutal game, and all of these car manufacturers are trying to be very family friendly. This is why it's so easy to license these cars on games like Forza and stuff like that. Forza is a racing game. It's showing off the motorsport side of it. It is very family friendly. There's nothing wrong with that. That is great promotion for all of these car brands. It's literally just showing off the motorsport aspect of it, but just running over people on the side of the road is not really the look that these car companies are going for. So that reason right there is definitively why Grand Theft Auto will never have real cars, especially GTA 6. If Rockstar really wanted to have these real cars, they could afford the licensing fees no problem, but they would never be able to get the contract. All of these car companies would just laugh in their face and not even let Rockstar give them a proposal. Honestly, that does sound kind of depressing because even if Rockstar wanted to have real cars, it would never happen. But going back to the first point I made of how it kind of makes sense in the satirical world, it's not really that big of an issue. I highly doubt anyone at Rockstar is really upset that they would never be able to get the license because they're able to have full creative freedom with the cars that they do make. And once again, they're literally basing their cars off of real cars, and they're so similar. If you know what you're looking at, it's not difficult to see the resemblance. I mean, you guys have seen the video that have been playing in the background. You can clearly see the resemblance between the real life car and the GTA 5 car. Like, they are very, very similar. It's very clearly the same car. So if you were one of the people that really thought GTA 6 was gonna be the game that had real life cars, I hate to burst your bubble. I'm not trying to disappoint you, but it's just the simple fact that it will not happen. But I guess more or less what I'm trying to say is that it's really not that big of a deal. We already have a great thing going. But that does it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe. If you haven't already, thank you guys for the support. Peace out.
Didn't come to my birthday party. Rude, but they all found time to go fight the warrior. Like, this would be like some